Good morning, ballers. What's up? Welcome into the show, y'all. It's FEF Friday. Friday freaking morning, man. You're locked into Sports with Balls. Today's show is stacked. MLB final stretch. Seahawks and Cardinals last night. Full plate of college football this weekend. NFL matchups, parlay of the day. Strap in, baby. Let's get going. Yeehaw! Stop that music, man. What kind of yeehaw was that? Welcome in to today's show. Today's show brought to you by Ordonez Movers. Whether you're across town or across Texas, Ordonez Movers makes it smooth, stress-free, and affordable. Professional, reliable, and always on time. These are the movers you actually want showing up. Local and long distance, packing and unpacking, licensed, insured, trusted, and competitive rates. Book now and mention this post or show for a special discount. Call them today, 713-373-1659. Welcome into the show, guys. What a freaking show it is today. Major League Baseball is basically in playoff stage. Like, it's phenomenal right now. It is phenomenal. We're going to go over it. But like we always do, let's get to today's day and the, what is it, September the 26th, the national holidays today. All right, what do we got? Alpaca Day. That's a good one. American Indian Day. Better Breakfast Day. European, there's a ton of them today, guys, so hang with me. European Day of Languages, German Sandwich Day, HR Professionals Day, Hug a Vegetarian. Hug a Vegetarian Day, that's right. International Day for the Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons. That should be done anyways. Johnny Appleseed Day, Love Note Day, write somebody a love note. Lumberjack, I am not a lumberjack. Michigan Indian Day, National Brave Day, Chimichanga Day, hell yeah. Compliance Officer Day. Let's see. Doodle. National Doodle Day. National Dumpling Day. Key lime pie. Woo! Key lime pie. Yum. Pancake Day. Hell yeah. Mesothelioma Awareness Day for all those commercials out there. Law Enforcement Suicide Awareness Day. What a Native American Day. We already mentioned that one. Save the Koala Day. Shamu the Whale Day. Sport Purple for Pilates Day. And World's Biggest Coffee Morning. So there you go. Like my little friend's cup? Check that out. Those of y'all paying attention on the live show. Those of y'all watching or listening to the podcast, thank you very much as well. Subscribe to the show. You'll get pop-ups whenever a new episode is live. Man, what a night last night. What a day in baseball we had. There's just a lot going on in sports. This is like my favorite time of year. MLB playoffs starting in 3 days. What was it, Tuesday? I'm sorry, Tuesday, 4 days. I'm excited about that. Got a softball tournament with my daughter this weekend. It is just, it's a good time to be in sports. Today's show brought to you by Butler CCS, Fire, Water, Mold, Roofing, 713-330-9472. West Butler over there. If your house caught fire, if you have a drip or a leak, and you have mold, or if you need a new roof, you call Butler CCS Incorporated, 713-330-9472. Let's get going. Let's get going, guys. In the American, all right, let's just start off with MLB. Let's just get on the MLB train, man. It is, it's wild. I had mentioned on Wednesday about the Tigers and the Guardians. They played a game last night, and at that, an important one, and the Tigers coming out on top last night, which puts them in a tie for first place. So they haven't completely collapsed just yet. They win 4-2 over the Guardians. Both teams at 86 and 73. It couldn't get any better. Like, it just could not get any better for MLB. There's 4 or 5 games that mean a ton today. Tigers and the Red Sox are going to go at it. We'll get to the parlay of the day in a little bit. I'll mention those here in a little while. But the current standings as we the current standings as we sit today. The Mariners locked in for I believe they have a first round bye now. the Mariners do, which is insane to think about where the Astros were and the Mariners were about a month ago. Speaking of the Astros, their playoffs hopes, they need a lot of help. They need a lot of help. They've got to go 3-0, and they need some help. It doesn't look good. But then we found out yesterday about the Astros that Jeremy Payne is also hurt. Like, this team is decimated. Just absolutely. I don't even know if I want them to go to the playoffs. Like, what's the point? They, Framber Valdez, by the way, pitched 7 innings, 1 earned run last night and did amazing. I don't know if he's going to stay with the Astros, but he pitched really well. But they need a near perfect finish plus some help. The Yankees lead, and I believe will host. They believe they're going to win the AL wild card or their division. There's just so many scenarios. Yeah, they'll host a playoff series. The Yankees will. They are tied with Toronto right now at 91-68. This is how crazy the MLB is right now. Either one of those teams could win the division. Either one of them hosts a wild card round. Then you have Boston, who's 4 games back. Cleveland Guardians and Detroit Tigers. Like, the Blue Jays and Yankees are tied in the AL East. In the Central, the AL Central, the Guardians and Tigers are tied. And in the West, you have the Astros. Well, the Mariners have already clinched the West, but the Astros are trying to hang in there for their wild card hopes. They're 1 game back in Detroit. This is just, I mean, the scenarios here are plentiful. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun weekend. Or not so fun, depending on what team you're rooting for here. The Astros are 1 game back of the Tigers, like I said, in the wild card. The Yankees are 5 games up in the first spot. The Red Sox are only 1 game up in Detroit. I mean, you have the Astros that can shoot up the board. Like, this is just it's going to be interesting. Just stay tuned. In the National League. Cubs are already in. Padres are already in. The Mets, Reds, and Diamondbacks all vying for that last wild card spot. I don't know. The playoffs are going to be a blast. They're going to be fun regardless. The teams that are supposed to be in are in. If I'm going down the list in the AL of teams that I thought that should have made it this year, the Royals probably should have made it. The Rangers maybe. The Rays. That's about it. You know, the disappointment of the entire American League was the Baltimore Orioles. They finished. They're going to finish sub 500. Negative 101 run differential. Their lineup is their pitching and lineup, like, on paper, they should be top of the AL. I don't know what happened aside from maybe management, but that's the disappointment of the AL. If you go over to the NL, teams that I thought should have made it, maybe the Giants. The Cardinals played good this year. I didn't expect them. The Diamondbacks are not out of it yet. The Reds are a surprise. They're still in it. They got a shot. But the Giants, I thought, should have made it. The Marlins made a good run. At it, but didn't quite come up. And the Pirates, man. The Pirates and Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens going to win. He's going to win the Cy Young. And they need to make some really good offseason moves or get rid of him to a team where he can be serviceable in the playoffs. Paul Skeens is flat out amazing. Let's go over the games today because we've got a lot to get into. So the Astros will take on the Angels tonight. They're in California. They're in Anaheim in a must-win game, and Hendricks on the mound. If the Astros lose, it's over. If the Astros lose, it is over. The Cardinals are at the Cubs. White Sox and Nationals, who gives a shit? Twins at Phillies, not really a care in the world about that one. Orioles at the Yankees. Big game. Not real. Well, I say a big game. Yeah, it is. They still got a really good shot at winning the division. The Orioles would love to spoil that. So the Yankees game's big. The Rays at the Blue Jays, that's big. These are all this last series of the year. No series bigger than Tigers at the Red Sox. Both those teams want playoffs. Both those teams still trying to get their seed and where they're going to sit in the playoffs. So that is a huge game. That's at 6:10. That's on Apple. Mets at the Marlins. Big game there. Rangers at the Guardians, big game there. Pirates and Braves, no. Reds and Brewers, oh, that sucks. The Reds trying to get their last spot in the playoffs, and they will have a series with the best team in all the baseball. Like, ooh, brutal. You never know. You never know. But if you go on down, the Mariners, if they would not have locked up the division, which they already have, they have a series with the LA Dodgers. Both these teams have locked up their division now. So, not that big of a deal. That series should be phenomenal, and now it means nothing. Royals and Athletics means nothing. Rockies and Giants means nothing. So, there you go. I'll do the parlay of the day here in a little bit. Let's move on to the NCAA. What a weekend we've got in store. I believe it's a whiteout game at Penn State and Oregon, man. This is the game of the weekend. This is going to be fantastic. I don't know if you've ever seen the videos of Penn State when we are Penn State, and they're all white and they've got their little pom-poms. It is a blast. I wish I was going to that. Penn State and Oregon, both 3-0, will face off. Florida State at Virginia. Seminoles favored by 7 on that. Florida State 3-0, Virginia 3-1. Texas A&M and Auburn. Awesome game. Duke and Syracuse. Good game. It just should be a fun weekend in college. TCU, Arizona State. Arizona State's favored in that. Ooh, interesting. Florida State and Virginia. This is tonight. Number 8, Florida State at Virginia. Florida State's only favored by 6.5. That's a good. I'm gonna leave that alone. Georgia Tech and Wake Forest. USC and Illinois. USC's 4-0. This is a big game for them. Illinois is ranked 23rd in the nation. They're 3-1. This should be a good football game. There's really good games this weekend. Notre Dame and Arkansas. Watch out, Notre Dame. Notre Dame is 1-2. They're still ranked number 22 in the nation. They lose another game, they are out. They have to win out the rest of the season, which their schedule is favorable for that. But Arkansas sneaky. Notre Dame is only favored by 4.5 points in this game. Watch out. Utah State 3-1 at Vanderbilt, number 18. Watch out. It says Vanderbilt's favored by 23. I may take Utah State plus the 23.5. Ohio State. This is crazy right here. Ohio State is only favored by 7.5 points over Washington. Both teams are 3-0. Ohio State's number 1 team in the country. Washington's not ranked. And they're only a 7.5 point favorite. Woo. LSU, Ole Miss. Woo. Doesn't get better. I wish I was going to Oxford. I've been to that stadium. It's a lot of fun. LSU in Oxford. That will be wild. It is a 2:30 in the afternoon game on Saturday. Oh, get ready. Man, that is the game of the week. If there's I used to do a segment on the show called Where Do You Want to Be This Weekend? That's it. Saturday afternoon in Oxford. That's where I want to be. It's not that far of a drive for me. Go visit my cousins over there. I got a lot of cousins. My brother went to Ole Miss. Ole Miss is favored by 1.5. What a game. That's going to be fun. I do have my daughter's softball tournament this weekend, but I will be paying attention to that. Auburn and A&M, as I mentioned. Tennessee and Mississippi State. There's all these games. All these games are under 10. Ohio State, Washington. The spread is all under 8. Ohio State, Washington. LSU, Ole Miss. Auburn, A&M. Indiana, Iowa. Tennessee, Mississippi State. All of them. Arizona at Iowa State. Oregon and Penn State. All of these are under 7 to 8 points. Alabama at Georgia. I mean, dude, this weekend, one of those great college football weekends. Then you have the Missouri game where they're favored by 43.5. But, I mean, the lineup is unbelievable this weekend on college football. So, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, you have got a ton to bet on. Or just sit down and watch. I think I like that Ohio State line, -7.5. Give me that. Penn State -3.5 at home. The whiteout. Ooh, what's the over/under? 53. Maybe give me. Well, I don't know. Alabama, Georgia. Georgia's favored by 2.5. Golly. Give me Georgia minus the 2.5. They're at home. Alabama's not the same Alabama team. I know it's Alabama at Georgia, but they're just not the same. I like Georgia a lot. So give me Georgia. Let me see that Auburn A&M game. Ooh, it's in College Station. Man, it's just good football. Give me Ohio State and Georgia are the two top 25 teams that I like those games a lot. But regardless of what team you got, there's good games tonight: Florida State, Virginia, TCU, Arizona State, and there's good games all weekend on Saturday. So there you go. Let's move on to the National Football League. By the way, before we move on to the National Football League, it's Ryder Cup that started this morning. And I saw a video that at 5:30 a.m., it is pitch black out there, and the crowds are going crazy. There is nothing like the Ryder Cup. In fact, I think the Ryder Cup's more exciting than any of the tournaments they put on during the year now because Tiger's not involved. The Ryder Cup is just where it's at. It looks to be just so much fun. Before we get going, let's thank Hercules Geotechnical Consultants, residential and commercial. Go to www.herculesgeo.com or email Mark at herculesgeo.com, 713-884-504. Building a solid foundation starts with reliable information about the ground beneath you. Whether you're building a home, a highway, or an industrial facility, geotechnical testing is the key to ensuring safety, compliance, and efficiency. At Hercules, we specialize in delivering accurate, reliable, and customized solutions tailored to your specific project needs. Give them a call over there. The guys are amazing. 713-884-5504. Any more headlines before we go into the NFL? Dodgers clinch. We saw that. The Tigers and the Guardians are top first. We already went up that. The M's, they locked up a first-round bye. The Mariners did. That's all baseball stuff. The Cal Raleigh and Aaron Judge thing is for the MVP is weird. I don't know. I get it. He's a catcher. His batting average is terrible though. He just hits bombs. I think Judge is more valuable. I say that, and then he's a catch. Cal Raleigh's a catcher, so I don't know. And honestly, I don't give a shit. MVP awards are not what they used to be. If Ohtani doesn't get it in the National League, then it's a joke. What else we got? That's it. That's it for your headlines, really. Unless we move on to the NFL, which we are about to do. Oh, here's one for you. Here's another headline that kind of grabbed me. The Lakers leave their future up to LeBron James as far as an extension. Like, are you serious? LeBron? Just, dude, get out of the league. Like, I mean, I get it. And we all get it, man. Good job. 29 years in the NBA, dude. Fine. Way to go, dude. But, man, hang it up, dude. It is exhausting to go through an NBA season constantly hearing about LeBron James and the LA Lakers. I used to work for ESPN. I know how they have to regulate their stuff. It is exhausting. All we're going to hear all year long is this LeBron's last year. The Lakers did not extend him. They left it up to him now. It's like, dude, just say you're retiring, bro. Is he going to go out of the season at the end of the season this year and then be like, oh, I'm going to retire next year? Then we got to go through another year. What is this, year 23? Whatever. I mean, my Lord, bro. Nobody needs to play a sport that long professionally. Nobody. Especially if your team is not even making the playoffs. And at this point, it's not like he's hurting his legacy. It's just points. He's just racking up more points. Give me more points. Anyways, that is here comes the NBA and LeBron talk. I did see that Kevin Durant went to the Houston Rockets, but Fred VanVleet out for the season. I believe practicing toward his knee. Terrible break for the Houston Rockets. But their lineup looks absolutely amazing, but they will be out of it. So Ryder Cup starts this morning. Incredible baseball coming this afternoon and evening. And now we move on to the National Football League, where last night's game was boring and terrible and normal Thursday night football until the fourth quarter, when it got really exciting. I think the Cardinals scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth, one by Marvin Harrison Jr., who, by the way, has been having drop issues all season and did in this game as well, but came back with 2 or 3 incredible catches, including a touchdown in the fourth quarter. Arizona ties it up with 28 seconds left. Then their kicker decides to make an errant kick, and this doesn't even go past the 20. They get flagged. Seattle gets it on the 40-yard line. They need 3 or 4 plays. There was 28 seconds left. They move it down to 4 seconds on a 53-yard field goal. They win the game. And absolutely it was a terrible game by Arizona until the fourth. They came back. They would have been 3-1. Well, it would have been a tie game going to overtime. Now, you can argue that Arizona with 28 seconds left should have gone for 2. I mean, what's the point? I get it that they have momentum, but you're at home. You've got a lot of momentum. I think I would have gone for 2 there. Lock up the game. Your kicker screws up, their kicker wins it. Man, field goal kicking this year has been dominant. Just dominant. Get it within 50 yards and sometimes 60 for some of these kickers, and it's money. I mean, if you get the ball in the 35, you need 2 first downs, and you got 3 points. For a lot of these teams. Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks moved to 3-1. Arizona falls to 2-2. Good football game. It was sort of boring, like I said, up until the fourth quarter, but they came through in the fourth. This weekend, the first game that stares me in the face sitting here is the Titans at the Texans. Both of these teams are 0-3. Yeah, both of these teams are 0-3. I cannot believe I'm saying this. It's week 4, but this is a must-win game for the Houston Texans. I don't think anybody thought the Titans were going to do anything special, but C.J. Stroud has 600 yards passing, 2 receptions, and 3 interceptions on the season. The Houston Texans are favored by 7.5 points in this game. I am all over the Titans on this. This is a rival game. This is a division game. This is the old Oilers versus the Houston Texans. I don't see this being a blowout by any means. And they got Texans minus 7.5. I don't know. I like Nico Collins to score a touchdown if you're doing anytime touchdowns, but I like the Titans in this game. I do. Commanders and Falcons, good football game. I believe Jaden Daniels will be playing. I look for Terry McLaurin to slowly start getting it. He should be in full speed now, man. That holdout for Terry McLaurin hurt. It hurt. He hasn't scored a touchdown yet, and he's actually not been that impressive yet. Saints at the Bills. This is a 15.5 point spread, man. This is wild. I might take the Saints just because I don't know, like 15.5 in an NFL game. Like, my Lord. Or take the Bills in the first half. Maybe if it's 10 points, maybe they'll be up by 10. I don't know. That's an interesting one. But if it's 15.5, the over-under is 47. Give me Cook for a touchdown. So far I got Collins and Cook for touchdowns. Browns and the Lions. Browns beat the Green Bay Packers last week. Lions got stomped by the Green Bay Packers. This spread is Detroit minus 9.5. I will take Cleveland plus the 9.5. I'm just doing the math here. Ahmad St. Brown's got 4 touchdowns on the season. David Montgomery with 3. Goff 761, 7 touchdowns, and 1 interception so far. Having a hell of a year. Give me Jamison Williams for a touchdown. All right, give me Williams. What I got? Williams, Collins, and Cook. That's a good one right there. Panthers at the Patriots, both 1-2. Patriots favored in this game. Boring football game. Not interested in either one of those teams. Chargers at the Giants. Chargers 3-0. This game's, it's funny because it's only Chargers minus 6.5. Giants are 0-3. I figured this. I don't know why they have it at 6.5. It should be 9. I like the Chargers. Give me the Chargers minus the 6.5. Eagles at the Bucks, both 3-0. Great football game. Philadelphia is only favored by 3.5. Big fan of this game. Big fan of what Baker Mayfield's doing so far. 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. Climbing up the MVP ladder right there. Colts at the Rams. Rams being my favorite. This is my favorite game of the weekend. I mean, besides the college. Colts at the Rams. Rams are 2-1, but really good team. Rams are favored in this game. Colts are 3-0, as we all know, and Daniel Jones, 816 yards passing so far and 3 touchdowns. Like, woo, good football game. Jaguars at the 49ers. 49ers 3-0 with all their injuries. 3-0 and playing a shitty Jaguars team. They have a chance to go 4-0 right here. No Nick Bosa, but still a chance. And then Ravens at the Chiefs. Both these teams 1-2. One of them will be moving to 1-3, and playoff hopes really diminishing. This is a tough break for the Chiefs because I believe the Ravens will get this game. Ravens have played good football, just not good enough. And the Chiefs, man, I just don't think they have it again. I'm not saying they're done with because it is the Chiefs, but when you run a one-man show, and that's what it is with Pat Mahomes, he is the one-man show. It's going to be tough. They might get Xavier Worthy back this week, so that could help them. Bears at the Raiders, meh, boring game unless Tom Brady does something that he shouldn't. And then, of course, Sunday night, NBC, Packers at the Cowboys. Boy, if the Cowboys fall to 1-3, I told you this before, Jerry Jones, sell the team, brother. Sell the team. Get what you can out of it now. Let somebody else run this thing, dude. It is, man, it just doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good at all. By the way, you got a game in Dublin, Ireland this weekend. Vikings at the Steelers. Should be fun. Good for them. I would assume that there'd be, well, I mean, maybe Vikings. That should be a good game for them. Aaron Rodgers in Dublin. Aaron Rodgers on the season, by the way, 586, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, guys, enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Have a hell of a time. Be careful in whatever you do, man. And I'll see you guys next weekend. I'm Jeff Michael. This is Sports with Balls. I'm out of here.